5 crucial strategies when it comes to getting 10,000 YouTube subscribers this year. Hey, this is Peng here, and look, I've made all the mistakes that a person can possibly make when it comes to YouTube. For many years, I had no idea what I was doing. I was literally just taking the content that I was putting out on Facebook and just chucking on YouTube. And it was until I had a couple of friends that had over 1 million subscribers on YouTube, and I asked them, like, literally, what were they doing that I was not doing? So I want to share with you, like, literally what's working right now and what the people are doing that's crushing it. And ever since I relaunched this channel, which is about 1.5 to 2 months ago now, what we're doing differently to really see that change in our YouTube growth. So you ready? Let's begin. Number 1 is better click-through rates. Now think about it. Your YouTube video can only be discovered by 2 main ways, right? Number 1, it gets ranked on search engines on Google. And number 2 is when a person's watching a related YouTube video on the right-hand side where there is the recommended videos, right? So only these 2 main ways your video can get discovered. So what is click-through rate? It means that when a person sees your video appear, how often are they actually clicking on your video to watch that video? Your click-through rate depends on number 1, your thumbnail that you use, your choice of image, and number 2, your title. Now, for the longest time, inside YouTube, the click-through rate has been hidden. When I first started internet marketing, for years this number was not revealed, but now YouTube actually tells you for each of your video what is your current click-through rate. So one of the things that you want to be doing is, especially the thumbnail, you want to make sure that there is very little words, and just keep it to, like, rule of thumb is under 5 words. Keeping it simple, because when there's too much text, people don't see it. Secrets, they don't tell you, right? 5 words. How I did this, right? 4 words. Keep it real simple, big text, and utilizing colors that will pop out in a sea of thumbnails, right? That's how you get visibility. That's one, your thumbnail together with your title, which will determine what your click-through rate is. Number 2 is your choice of titles. Let's talk about, like, so if we understand as thumbnail and titles, what makes a good title? What makes a good title is having both a keyword-rich title together with a hook. You want to have a hybrid of these 2 things. What does that mean? It means this. If all you did was name your videos based on what people are searching for on Google, then it becomes too boring, it becomes too bland. For example, think of it as like how to lose weight, right? It's a good keyword that people are searching for, how to make more money. Now, all these keywords are great for the search engine. However, if it's just based on that, without the hook, without the pattern interrupt, then there's no compelling reason for a person to click. To give you an example, rather than saying how to make more money, it would be how to make more money in bracket what they don't teach you in school, right? What they don't teach you in school probably is not something that people are searching for, but it increases the sexiness of your title. Rather than saying how to lose more weight, the real reason why people are fat, right? It's kind of like controversial, it's in your face, it's a little bit edgy, it's keyword rich, and that there's a hook. And by the way, this was a mistake that I didn't do for years. If you take a look at my really old videos, my videos from 5 years ago, my mistake was just taking the videos that's putting up on Facebook and just dumping them on YouTube with, number 1, no real SEO value, and there wasn't really a hook, right? Some of them were hooks because they were made for Facebook. It was a good pattern interrupt. It wasn't keyword rich. There was no SEO value. Therefore, it never got visibility. So don't make the mistakes that I made for many, many years. Number 3 is gonna shock you. It's gonna stir some controversy, but it's basically quantity over quality. That's right. Now what does this mean? So let's not get it twisted. Let me clarify this first. It means that rather than trying to spend $5,000 on the state-of-the-art equipment and lighting and all these kind of things in order to make your production value 10% better, you might as well take that additional time that you could have made that video 10% better into creating that extra video. Because here's why. When you're first starting out, in order to get that first initial 10,000 subscribers, people will only find you if you're getting ranked for those keywords. And your odds of getting ranked for those keywords will be a lot higher if you have videos that's good enough that you will be proud of, so that you don't get stuck in that analysis paralysis paralysis of just creating, well, that's quite a mouthful, right? Of creating like one video a month, or one video a week even. I would rather you be consistent and be creating and putting out a video every other day that is good enough, that is keyword rich, that is a great pattern interrupt that people will click on in order to maximize your videos being discovered by others. That brings us to number 4. Number 4 is really leveraging on other influencers, thought leaders, experts, celebrities, and people that is crushing it right now, so that your video would be discovered as a related video when they're watching their videos. Does that make sense? So for example, if you are in personal development, Tony Robbins would be a great personal model, right? So for example, your video could be something like what I learned after doing Tony Robbins priming exercise for 14 days, right? So imagine this. So if somebody is watching a Tony Robbins video and they're watching his priming exercise or technique, now, because you are targeting and you're riding on somebody else's name that already has visibility, that already has traction, that already has that following, now your video, when they're watching that priming exercise video, guess what? Your video will be ranked on the right-hand side. And there's the right way to do it, and I believe that there's the really douchey way of doing it, okay? And the douchey way of doing it that you see all the time is just calling somebody else a scammer, or the word exposed, which is like person name scammer, person name exposed, and that's really bad. And you'll notice like a very typical format is person name exposed, and sometimes they say,
oh well, we did a research and looked in this, and this person's not really a scammer after all. In fact, this person's great.
And I feel like that's like a negative method of advertising, and it actually hurts that person that you're talking about, even though that person could be doing a great job. And that to me is the douchey way. Number 5 is having a system to your content creation. Because let's face it, this is a commitment. This is something that takes up time. So having a system would really help in the journey of strategically putting videos out there. If you're starting out and you're looking to get that 10,000 subscribers and followers, a great way to do it is to constantly hit the same keywords over and over again. And man, I really wish somebody told me this when I was first starting out. Nobody told me this, and I was making all mistakes in the book. And one of them was trying to rank and go broad for all these different keywords, as long as it was about personal development or entrepreneurship or social media or Facebook. I would be creating videos on all these different topics because that was genuinely what I was doing. But what I didn't realize was that if I just honed in on one thing first, but I've realized now that until I grow that initial base and get the critical mass, which is what you want to be doing first, then only can you do the other broad videos like vlogging, like behind the scenes stuff, which was something I didn't realize as well. I was doing all these, vlog videos years ago, and I was wondering is it really that bad? Why is nobody watching that? Because I didn't realize that to start really specific, really niche, and to focus on similar keywords but at slightly different angles. So what does this mean? It means that if you own a social media company and you want to talk about Instagram, it is perfectly fine to just hammer Instagram as a keyword over and over again from slightly different angles. So this could be like how to get more likes on Instagram. This could be how to get your first 10,000 followers on Instagram. How to increase your engagement rates on Instagram. How Instagram stories can help you generate $100 a day. If I was somebody that had an agency on Instagram, what would I do? I'm just now gonna focus on one main keyword from different angles, hammering it over and over again, because that is when the YouTube algorithm will notice that, oh, this is a person that focuses and specializes Instagram, and it's gonna enable you to rank again as a related video or on the search engines, because now YouTube can actually see what you're focused on. So those are the 5 strategies. Let me know in the comments below which one you love the most. And as always, if you like this video, remember click on the subscribe button, and I will see you in future videos.